This episode of The Couch is proudly supported by Retrovision, the right advice at the best price. Safety Compliance Global, taking care of all your safety requirements. The Ray Hotel, discover the best pub experience in Fremantle. And Eco Action, inspiring positive environmental change. Thank you all for supporting local.
Yes, Australia, we couldn't do it without our local support. It is The Couch, episode 816. Big show today. Let me tell you who's coming up. Ellie Skinner is performing for us live in the theatre very soon. Then we've got the team from Drew Anthony Creative coming in to talk about the brand new show called Little Shop of Horrors. Stay tuned. Very soon we'll talk to them. RAC Arena's Top 7 is in with Marika Bailey. We'll be talking to Youth Focus today about mental health and other ways that we can help the young today. Pop Culture with Demelza Leonard. We're talking streaming with Paul Elwin. And then we've got a sneak peek at the new Spider-Man movie Day 1 as well. I think, yes, and Breakfast Beats, we're talking to them as well. So stick around. It is a big couch. 8:16 starts now.
It's showtime on the couch. Yeah, it's showtime on the couch. You can see it from your house. You can watch it from your house. It's showtime on the couch with friends.
Hello Australia, welcome to another episode of your locally made show from Perth for the whole of Australia. Thank you to Foxtel, thank you to C31 and thank you to C44 and also Nada TV. That's where you can watch us as well. Let's get straight into the show. We've got Drew Anthony back in from Drew Anthony Creative talking about the Little Shop of Horrors. But with us today we've also got Audrey, she plays Audrey in the Little Shop of Horrors. Her name is, of course, Emily Lambert. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, thanks for having us.
Nice to have you both here. You're becoming a part of this couch permanently, I think, Drew.
I love it. It's good to be back and talking about this incredible new show.
Tell us about the new show, Little Shop of Horrors.
So, Little Shop of Horrors is a cult classic. It started its life as an off-Broadway production. Then it was made into a very, very popular film. Starring Rick Moranis and Ellen Greene, with lots of cameo appearances in that 1986 film. Steve Martin, Bill Murray, Miriam Margolyes, Jim Belushi, Christopher Guest, and it became a real cult classic. But we're taking it back to the stage where it belongs, and we have a creative element that gives our production a world-first twist.
Tell us a little bit about the storyline. I know it's a 1960 storyline. Lots of music, a lot of fun, a lot of humour.
Yep.
Give us a bit of a background.
So it's about a very timid florist by the name of Seymour Krelborn, who happens across this strange and interesting plant. And this plant needs blood to thrive and grow.
Okay.
And through a series of circumstances, we discover that the plant is actually from outer space and is here to take over the world. So Seymour becomes caught between, do I do the right thing or do I continue to become rich and famous as a result? And he has this beautiful love story with the character Audrey, which is played by Emily here. And so the story unfolds.
So Audrey falls in love with the alien plant. Is that right?
No, with the florist.
Oh, with the florist who owns the plant.
Yes.
I'm on the same page now. Now, Audrey, welcome to the couch.
Thank you.
You're the lead actor. Tell us a little bit about your role as Audrey. How did you score the role and what are you looking forward to? Tell us a little bit about what you get up to.
Yeah, so we self-taped actually first
Yep.
for our auditions, and then we went in to see Drew in person for a callback round. And I really didn't think I had the role. I said
Had you acted before?
Yeah.
So
I've done
clearly
lots
you've
of
got the experience.
musical theatre, and did 4 years of musical theatre training.
Yep.
And then Drew called me and said, "Congratulations, you're Audrey." And I was shocked. I've been wanting to work with Drew for a long time.
How special is it here when you're living in WA to be called up to do such a great show like this one?
Yeah, it's really special. We're very lucky here. We've got a lot happening in Perth.
And how is Emily
now.
going to put a little bit of Emily into Audrey?
Well, it's a very challenging role for me,
Yep.
and I think it's capturing what I relate to in the role and capturing the original Ellen Greene that everyone knows, that everyone expects to see as well. I think it's merging the two in.
Are you sticking to the full script as per the movie? So you're not moving from the storyline, modernising it, changing anything?
No, it's as per the script,
Yeah.
for sure. But our big twist, of course, is how we deal with that man-eating plant,
Yeah.
which is normally a puppet on the stage.
Wow. Now, it's a bit of a difference for those people who haven't been down to Planet Royale where you're having it. They've got an amazing interactive screen,
Yes.
which I absolutely
It's
love.
incredible.
I know they probably thought, well, it saves on having sets and that. It does, but it's also better than having sets because I came and saw Footloose and I love the way that it looks so realistic.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit different because it's never been done before this way, has it? Having
No.
we don't have a puppet
Right.
as the plant. You've actually got the real plant in the background.
Yeah, that's right. And so the decision was, can we do it in such a way that would be viable and resonate with an audience? And so I went to my team of animators who do all of my other shows. But for the other shows, they're really just backgrounds that have little moments of
Correct.
animation in them. This is a very different story because it's the main character being brought to life on the stage. And so I went to them and said, can we do it? They said, absolutely, yes. We love the challenge. We want the challenge. Let's do it. And the results, incredible. Like,
So does Audrey's character, Audrey, do you talk to the plant?
At one point in the show, I do.
Okay.
At
and
one point.
How different is that to have the plant on the screen? Because you've been in rehearsals for the last couple of weeks and just about ready to go on the 28th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has it been a fun time with the rehearsals? I mean, you get to meet all these amazing actors.
Yeah, it's been incredible. I mean, it's really nice working with such a small cast as well.
Tell me some of the great actors that are part of the show as well, please.
Yeah.
Drew, maybe?
yeah, sure. So Blake Jenkins plays Seymour. The wonderful Clay Darius. Who
We all know him from the Paula Perori, the
Yes.
other half of Paula Perori, which is
Yes.
like Clay's been in our studio many times.
That's right. Well, I'm
Amazing singer.
amazing singer.
Fabulous.
He's Perth's King of Soul.
I agree.
And what a blessing for us to have him voice the plant, because that's the type of voice that was required. And so we have Noah Scape, who plays the dentist, the famous cameo by Steve Martin in the film, and he brings that to life brilliantly. We have Tim Howe playing Mushnik, the florist. Then we have a wonderful trio of Perth singers, Carrie Pereira, Kaya Moreno, and Jordan Gallup. Incredible singers. So a very, very strong cast.
Now, how long is the season going to be running for?
Yeah, we're doing 3 weeks. We're doing
3
12
week season.
It's
performances.
quite
Yeah.
a long season, which is
yeah,
plenty
it's
of time
great.
for people who say, oh, I'm busy this week, I'm busy. You've got 3 weeks to go
Yeah.
to the Planet Royale. Now, it starts on the 28th of August, which is only a week or so away,
Yeah.
which I'm looking forward to.
Yep.
And I'm going to come and have a look at the show because I think it's going to be... This is my first time. I've never actually watched the movie.
Right.
So for those people who haven't watched the movie, do we need to watch the movie? Will it help us?
No, I don't think you
Or
need to
maybe
watch
not.
the film. And the thing about Little Shop of Horrors is that the title often puts people, particularly in the
Yes.
older demographic, it puts them off a little bit. But really, it's one of Broadway's great musicals with an incredible score written by Howard Ashman and Alan Menken,
That's great.
which this was their first show. And of course, they went on to revolutionize Disney with the scores for Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, The Little Mermaid. So they're incredible songs. And the plant on the screen is worth the price of admission itself, apart
Is
from
it all
Emily.
live? Without taking away any secrets, is it all live on the night?
Yes.
Including the part that,
Yep.
obviously the plant, the
Yes.
alien. So there you go. Fully live, fully local here in Perth, Planet Royale, 28th of August, only a week or so away. Get your tickets now. Don't wait because you need to support local theatre. Where do they go, Drew? Because I can see it on the screen there. What's the website?
Yep, so tickets are available through Ticketmaster or drewanthonycreative.com.au, where all the information is provided.
Please support local theatre because it supports all the local actors and keeps our shows here in WA and keeps our theatres going as well. Last word to you, please, Emily. Urge people into camera 2 here. Why do they need to come and see Emily, but more importantly, Audrey?
Oh, I think it's just so beautiful that we can put this wonderful show onto screen and connect with audiences. So I think that the tactile thing about live performance is so beautiful that we still have that, and it's nice that it's back after everything that's happened over the last few years. So
Well said.
come see Little Shop of Horrors at Planet Royale.
Sounds fantastic. All the best with your
Thank
opening
you.
night.
you.
All the best with the rest of the rehearsals. Drew, and to Emily, we'll catch you on the night at the actual theatre, Planet
forward to it.
Royal.
Thank
As I
you.
said, 3 weeks it runs from the 28th. We look forward to being there. Please support local theatre. That's the main thing that the message I'd like to push out there. We've got some great news about Drew as well. He's got a couple of his shows heading over east. We'll talk to him separately on another day so we can give him plenty of time. Thanks again. Now,
you.
Thank you.
Ellie Skinner is waiting for me down in the theatre. She's got a beautiful Michael Jackson song called Man in the Mirror. Then we'll talk to Marika Bailey.
I'm gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good, gonna make a difference, gonna make it right. As I turn up the color on my favorite winter coat, this wind is blowing my mind. I see the kids in the street with not enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their needs? A summer's disregard, a broken bottle top, and a one-man soul. They follow each other on the winds, you know, 'cause they got nowhere to go. That's why I want you to know I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make the change. Na 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 na. I've been a victim of a selfish kind of love. It's time that I realize there is some with no home, not a nickel to loan. Could it be really me pretending that they're not alone? A willow deeply scarred, somebody's broken heart, and a washed out dream. They follow the patterns of the wind, you see, 'cause they got no place to be. That's why I'm starting with me. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. Change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make that change. I'm asking him to change his ways. No message could have been any clearer. A better place, yeah, yeah. Make that change. Gotta get it right, yeah. Oh, then close your mind. Man in the mirror, I'm asking him, yeah, yeah, yeah. No message could have been any clearer. A better place. Change. Na 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 na. Ooh yeah, yeah yeah. Na 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 na. I'm gonna make a change for once in my life.
There you go, Ellie Skinner, a wonderful young lady just back from England performing on the couch. And we'll hopefully, if we don't talk too much today, we'll have her at the end of the show. So thank you very much, Ellie. We'll catch up with you later. Let me catch up with a good friend of mine, Marika Bailey, Marketing Manager, RAC Arena. Welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
Nice to have you back. We have got so much happening
A lot.
at RAC Arena,
Yeah.
and I love the fact we are so busy here in Perth. I was talking to, of course, my good friend Jamie McCanty the other day on the radio, and we were running through all these shows, and I said, yes, they're all RAC Arena. So let's go through them. We've got
Yes.
Paul Kelly coming up very soon.
Yes, he's coming on the 26th of August, one night only. Remaining tickets, because it is selling very well, are starting from 110. This tour is in celebration of his latest album, Fever Longing Still, and it's his, he hasn't released music since 2018, so it's been a long time coming, but it's going to be good to see him live. And supporting him is Lucinda Williams and Fanny Lumsden.
And I believe he'll be singing How to Make Gravy, I reckon.
Surely.
He's
And he's
got
actually
to.
released a sequel to
I
that song
believe so.
recently.
I've heard. Have you
Yeah.
heard it?
I haven't yet, no.
I'm going to have to look it up and see if I can play it next week on
Yeah.
6PR. But yeah, look, great talent, great Australian. Paul Kelly coming to the RAC Arena, 26th of August. Get your tickets now. If you want to jump ahead of us, racarena.com.au if you want to have a look at while we're talking as well.
Gosh, you're good.
Now, Perth Wildcats are coming up this season, of course, 2025-2026 season.
Yes.
And Hoops Fest as well.
Yeah.
Tell us about, I know the Wildcats, but
Yeah.
also tell us a little bit about Hoops Fest.
So essentially, it's happening on, where is it? Hoops Fest? 15th to the 18th of January. So all the games for the NBL and WNBL round will be played in Perth across
Really?
the 15th to the 18th.
How good is
So there'll be
that?
double headers. So there'll be a female game and the male game in the one ticket. So
At
it's 2 for 1.
Arena?
Yeah, across the 4 days. So
Wow.
so the whole round is going to be played at our venue, which is pretty exciting.
Can you buy a ticket for the whole lot?
Yeah,
if you
you
want?
can. Yeah, you
So
can
you
if you
can
would
do
like
the
to see
whole
every
4
game.
days.
Yeah.
How good is that?
Yeah, so good. So it's exclusive to Perth. This is the second year that we've had it. It's really exciting that it's back. And then also just like the regular NBL season is kicking off. So that's the 20th of September against Tasmania
Wildcats,
Jack.
the people you love the best in the NBL, of course. They did
course.
really well last year, and they're back
They're our
again.
team.
They're our team, and
Yep.
we've loved them for so many years. And RAC Arena is their home, and has been. Even with the old building that used to be there, I used to go and watch them.
Oh, yeah, just across the road.
Yeah. The used to be the entertainment centre.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
But so please get your tickets for those 4 days. 15th to the 18th of January is when that is happening.
Hoops Fest, yep.
The Hoops Fest and the 4 days,
Yep.
and you can get the season pass. And the Wildcats, of course, when do they start the season again?
20th of September.
So September,
Yeah.
in about a month's time.
Yeah, not far.
Beautiful. Now, Kevin Hart is coming to Perth, 23rd of September as well. Tell us about him.
Yeah, so he's been a couple of times, and he's so fun.
Yeah.
I don't know if you love his movies, but I'm obsessed. I
I
think he's so
do
great.
actually. I didn't know who he was
Oh,
because
really?
the name was foreign. But then
Yeah.
once I watched the clip,
Yeah.
I said, I know him.
Yeah,
It's
he's
funny how
very
you
good.
know the person, but sometimes you don't know the name.
Yeah,
So
that's me all the time.
what
so
can
he's,
we expect?
So he's coming for his stand-up show on the 23rd of September, so that's really exciting that he's
Mm-hmm. Very
coming
funny
back.
man, actually.
Yes, and this is the tour Acting My Age, so that would be interesting
Only
to
one
see.
show?
Only one show.
So 23rd of September, coming around 4 weeks' time.
Yeah.
Get your tickets now. Now, this one's a special one. The UFC Fight Night is coming up on the 28th of September.
Yeah.
What can we expect? These are for big fans of the UFC, as we know.
Yeah.
There are lots of fans in Perth.
It's massive. So previously we've had 3 pay-per-view fight nights.
Yes.
It's like fights.
Yep.
But this one is a fight night, so it's a bit different. It's exciting, and there's going to be lots of Australian and New Zealand fighters. It's how they get their ranking points and how they get to be sort of fighting for a belt and that sort of thing. So this isn't accessible. Like, it hasn't sold out. It's selling well, but it hasn't sold out. So if you have missed out previously, this is the time to get your ticket.
And a lot of people sit back thinking, oh, I'll get them later.
Yeah, no.
Don't sit back because you might miss out. So
Yeah, definitely.
there is only one night,
Yeah.
28th of September. We need you to get your tickets now. UFC Fight Night, it's coming up. Only a month away again.
Yeah.
And don't sit back because you'll miss out, then you'll kick yourself because you
You will.
won't see it
It's
again.
such an amazing atmosphere. It's like, it's really good in there.
David Bird coming to Perth
Burn, yes.
on the 27th of January.
Yes. So of Talking Heads fame, you would know
Yes.
Psycho Killer, Burning Down the House.
Burning down the house. Yeah, great music.
Our house,
era.
my house. I can't remember the
Do you
words.
remember? No, neither do I, but I know the song.
Yeah.
Well known.
Yeah, so he's doing his own solo stuff. So it's avant-garde meets pop is the description of his work. So yeah, 27th of January. It's selling really well, and tickets remaining from $149.90.
Lainey Wilson is coming to Perth as well, 26th of Feb next year.
Country music singer. Are you into country music?
I'm not really into it, but I do like it, if that makes sense. So I don't play it in my car because I'm too hip and young for that. But I do like it. It's very relaxing when you got, when you're on the weekend or doing the housework or having a barbecue. So
I love the storytelling element of it. Like, you don't have to interpret it. It is like it's a story.
It's like jazz music. I think if you like jazz, you like country, you like pop music.
Yeah, so it's really, country music's having a real big way at the moment. So it's exciting. Lainey Wilson was the 2024 Grammy winner for Best Country Album. So she's getting up there, which is exciting.
Beautiful voice as well, from what I saw.
And she'll be supported by Flatland Cavalry and Caitlin Butts.
26th of February. Get your tickets now if you like Lainey Wilson. Country singer, she's coming to Perth. Be happy that she's coming to Perth and making this a place that she's going to be doing a show as well. Now, this guy here, not very well known actually, Guy Sebastian.
Have I heard of him? He's vaguely familiar.
No, but I've been seeing him on every single newspaper. He's got a couple of young boys that are amazing musicians. And they're going to be the next Sebastians at RSC Arena. But he's coming on the 15th of May. You've scored that, and it's definitely happening, but we need 100%. People to buy tickets.
So he's been with us before, but it's really exciting to have him back.
Australian Idol was where he first started, isn't it? Australian Idol, he was the runner-up, I think. Do you remember? Shannon Noel
he was
won.
the runner-up, which is crazy.
Yep, Shannon Noel won. He was runner-up, and he's become more famous. And he's been a judge on, I think it's The Voice and Australia's Got Talent. He's been everywhere. We all know him very well.
He's got such a great voice.
He has got a beautiful voice.
So he has a new album. So it's this tour is in celebration of 100 Times Around the Sun, which is the new album that's just come out. So it's really exciting.
And I'm sure he'll be here for telethon as well. Which
interesting.
Always here. Samantha J, Guy Sebastian, and buy tickets so he knows that we love him so much, and we'll get him here. Perfect. Is that it?
I mean, no. This was just the touch of what we've got going on. There's so much going on.
There's lots coming up to Christmas, so we've got you back on in a month's time or so. But if people want to buy the tickets to these shows, where do they go?
They go to rscarena.com.au to check out the full calendar. All tickets are purchased through tickettech.com.au. And don't forget Father's Day is coming up. So this could be a good opportunity to get Dad some tickets.
And I have asked you this before, the Golden Ticket is coming back again.
The Concert Superpass in support of the Salvation.
Because if you win it, you're like a golden winner. Basically, you can go to every single show, every concert,
for 2026,
for the whole of 2026. You buy one ticket, and if you're the lucky winner, $10 is cheap. When is that coming back?
We haven't officially announced it, but it is.
Sorry about that.
But it's coming back next month. So, yes, check out our socials, our
let
website.
Me know, because Marika won't be there anymore. I've just leaked it out.
It's all good. It is coming. I'm glad you brought it up. Keep an eye.
Can you hear the drums, Fernando? No ABBA, by the way, but thank you very much. Marika Bailey, Marketing Manager, RSC Arena. You do a wonderful job. We'll see you again in a month or so.
Thank you.
We'll take a break. More of The Couch coming up. But don't forget that golden ticket. It's secret. We won't tell anyone. Back soon. See you then. I think it's a great little thing. Welcome back to The Couch. Always a pleasure to reunite with old friends. And today we have got a very special young lady in the studio. Her name is Taylor Tassef. She was a former telethon child when I met her. Now she's an amazing advocate for disability. And we've got her in the studio, and her mum is with us as well. So Taylor, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Fred. Thank you for having me once again.
Now, can I just say, I remember meeting you when you were around 15 or something, I reckon.
Yeah.
And I remember meeting your mum. We were all so much younger. Geraldine, welcome as well.
Thank you.
You're here just to be a bit of a support for your daughter as well. So welcome back. Now, tell me something. What has Taylor been up to since I last saw you?
Oh, Taylor has grown. She's grown into a very, very, very busy and productive young lady.
Yes. You're always busy. You're one of these socialites. You do more than me.
Yeah, well, I like to have a busy social life, Fred.
Now, I know you travel. I know that you work on all different projects.
Yes.
But today we've called you in because you've got a new role. And for those people who haven't met Taylor before, she's now got an advocacy for people with disabilities where you're helping people with accessibility.
Yes, so I've got a accessibility page on Instagram called Accessibility with Taylor. So everybody go follow.
Why is it important that we have accessibility for people with disabilities?
So it's very important because it's a human right for people to be able to access the community and access all sorts of events that they want to go to without having the thought of, oh my God, is it accessible? Oh my God, am I able to go? So that's what my page is for.
So here's a question for you, Taylor. In your life so far,
Yes.
have you had places that you've found, because you get into this sort of role when you go, personally, this has been a problem for me.
Yes.
Have you had situations like that?
Well, I've been to a few festivals over the years, like the outdoor community festivals that people have. And my biggest thing that I'm trying to advocate for is for the disabled toilets, because most of the toilets at festivals are portable and you can't fit a wheelchair or a support worker in
So
there.
what do you do? What do you have to do when you get to those toilets that are just unsuitable and unhumane? How do you go in there? Do you have to have a support person?
Yeah, so I have to have a support person, or we have to try and find a building close by that has suitable
Facilities, I
toilets.
guess.
Yeah.
It's a hard life, isn't it? And do you think as Australians we're doing that very well? Are we changing and adapting to suiting people with disabilities?
I think Australia does have a little bit to go in regards to education, which I hope that's what my page is there for, to educate people. But I think we're getting there. I think we're on par with other countries, I would say.
If you had to give me a recommendation, what sort of things, tell me, apart from toilets, what else will you be looking at? So if I was to call you in here to our studio and you came in today, what sort of things do you look for?
Well, I look for if there's access for me to get into the front door, if there's toilets like you mentioned previously, if there is enough room in the actual area.
What about a lift instead of a staircase as
Oh
well?
yeah, lift. Very important, a lift, because my legs don't work half the time, so a lift is 100% better. If there's space in the actual area that I have to go, I think that's pretty much it.
So what do we need to do? If we want to get a hold of you, Taylor, if people want to get a hold of you, they go to your Instagram page. Do you want to give that website address out first so people can look while we're talking?
My Instagram page is accessibility _with_Taylor, and the underscore is very important. If you don't put the underscore, you will not find me.
Have you ever thought of going into politics, Taylor?
Oh, God, no.
No?
No.
No? You've definitely decided no politics?
I will avoid that at all costs.
Well done. What have you been doing? What's been keeping you busy? I mean, I know that you're an advocate for people with disability, and accessibility is this is your new role.
Yes.
And can I just urge people, I've known Taylor for maybe 20 years, I won't age you too much, but Taylor, tell us a little bit about your disability for those people who have never met you as an adult.
Okay, so I came into this world 3 months early because I couldn't wait to meet people like yourself.
Yep.
So I was like, I gotta meet Fred, I gotta come here 3 months early. So I came into this world 3 months early, and I have a condition called cerebral palsy, but I like to call it cool people syndrome.
I think that's a good name.
Because all people with disabilities are cool. So yeah.
And how does that affect you? I know obviously your mobility is an issue, but tell people at home, how does that affect you?
How does that affect me? Well, I need help with everything in daily life. So I need help with toileting. I need help with my transfers. I need someone to go to work with me. I need basically help with everything in daily life.
And if you could get your dream job, what would you do?
Dream job?
Well, have you ever said to yourself, I want to be a TV person, I want to be a radio announcer, I want to be a restaurant owner? Have you ever had a dream or ambition to want to do something? Because I know you're one of these people that disability doesn't hold you back.
No. Dream job. Okay.
Don't tell me Uber driver.
No, it would have to be something to do with Italian.
Yep.
Because I love the country of Italy and the language of Italian. So if I could be like a
tour guide, maybe.
accessibility tour guide around Europe or something.
How's your Italian language? Do you speak well?
I speak fluent Italian.
Parli italiano?
Parlo italiano, sì, sì, sì.
We've got not only a comedian, an advocate, and she's now a tourist guide. Taylor, you're a wonderful person. Now, over your years that I've known you, you've been involved with Telethon as well. Now, that's coming up very soon, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Are you still involved with that?
I go every year. I support the broadcast in any way I can.
And you go to the Children's Hospital.
And I do. I go to the Children's Hospital. I actually work at the Children's Hospital
What do you
as
do
well.
there?
As a receptionist. So I am the first point of contact.
All right, so I'm going to give you a go here. I'm ringing you right now. all right?
Okay.
I'm dialing the number first because you got to dial first. It's ringing. How do you answer?
Good morning, patient inquiries. This is Taylor.
Oh, sorry, wrong number. Nah. So do you enjoy that?
Yeah, I do enjoy it because you get to meet lots of people and know about like their life journeys and
Yeah.
stuff. And when I was younger, I always wanted to be a doctor, but then I realized my physical limitations. So I was like, right, how could I be in the medical field,
Still working,
still
help people.
working,
What a
but without the
wonderful idea.
physicality? So I became a receptionist.
And can I ask you, I know this is a personal question you should
Yes.
ask a lady, but can I ask your age now?
I'm 26 years young.
That's making you about 30 years younger than all of us in the room. Hey, Taylor, you are such a wonderful lady. Tell us again, why is it so important that people contact you? Because I know we keep talking about accessibility being an issue. It's a human right for people
Yes.
to have the right to be able to get into a building, whether you're working there, whether you're a customer, whether you go into a restaurant. It doesn't matter if it's a restaurant, a school, a hospital,
Yeah.
a theatre, a movie theatre, whether it's a department store.
Yeah.
How important is it for people with disabilities to be able to be given that human right of being able to get in there?
Well, people with disabilities should be able to do everything that an able-bodied person does, regardless of whether it takes longer or whether it requires some adaptations or what have you. Everyone deserves the right to be able to access the community in whatever way that may be.
How good would it be if NDIS was to employ you as well? Someone like
Oh,
you could be amazing
the
because you've got the
ND
personality.
The NDIS would have a field day with me, Fred, let me tell you.
I tell you what, I reckon they'd have no time. Could you imagine? You'd never have time to go to work. You'd have to do it all from home. Taylor, it's really important. Like, I think to have a person with a disability, a living disability, to be able to assess the suitability of other organisations.
Yeah.
This is the problem I find. I don't know whether you find it. People who don't have disabilities make decisions
Yes.
for the others. Is that the way you find it?
Yes. And most of the time when places or things are getting built or whatever, they don't
Consider?
people don't think to consider people with disabilities for consultation. And like even if they do, they consult with us and say, okay, we'll take this on board. But then when it's built, they don't actually get us in before it's open to
Crazy.
say, okay, is this good? Or do we need to improve anything before we open to the public or whatnot?
I must admit, I find that having accessibility to lifts at times when I've had problems with my feet, and you think I have to go up 50 flights of stairs, it's such a hard thing. You've got to be able to consider people with disabilities and say, well, how would they do it? And
Yeah.
sometimes we don't allow for that. Even toilet doors, you've got disabled toilets, but the toilets are so narrow.
Yeah.
You still I had a lady, I won't say where, I'll get myself into trouble, but we had to get her out of the chair to go into a disabled toilet where they should be made wider. So,
Yeah.
Geraldine, as mum, are you proud of your daughter?
Oh, super proud.
I know you
super
are.
proud. She's
And
always
Dad's in the
entertaining.
background as well.
Yeah.
Dad's in the background.
Yeah.
So how do you find her new role? I mean, from a mum point of view, it's pretty important that most people would think someone with a disability just wants to get on with life, whereas your daughter wants to help people with disabilities have a normal life.
And it's just about her educating people, like she said, because all venues, events, functions, all of it is what she loves to go to. So she wants to be a part of that, giving them the feedback about what they can do better. And it's not about criticising, it's about educating them to say, how can we make that accessible for you and others? And that's what the page is for, to give her the opportunity if someone wants to support her and, help her with her page,
that we'd love to have that to get it out to more in the community.
Have you contacted the Disabilities Minister here in WA to try and get her on a couple of the boards? And
No, but I'm actually on the City of Perth Accessibility and Inclusion Group as well.
Do you know what? I can see you, Taylor, having a role in government, as in the disability support side, because you know what? There's nothing better than a person that's actually living with a disability to be able to say, that doesn't work. That's great that you're doing that, but maybe do it this way, don't you think?
Yes, I 100% agree with that, yes.
Yeah, the councils have contacted her and she's been up and doing a couple of reviews on the beach wheelchairs and things like that.
And the Lightscape event that was just in Kings Park recently, we did that we did a review of that as a group, so that was cool.
Yeah.
You are a wonderful talent. Thank you, Geraldine, for bringing it in. Geraldine has been there all your life, your mum and dad and your family, can I say, and they do a great job. But airlines, restaurant, theatres, schools, hospitals, you need to really have a think of it. It's not about putting you in your place. It's about saying, oh, maybe we didn't think of that. Someone like Taylor can help you. Get her on board, get her in, and ask her. Write a report. What do you think? And Taylor, what do you want to say finally?
Although sometimes I do want to tell venues off because they really do need to consider their accessibility. So sometimes I just want to go, you really need to know what's going on, but I don't want to be mean, but I really want to punch you in the face sometimes.
Yeah, I hear your frustration, and you know what? It's coming from a genuine place too. Because you know what? It's like anyone that has an issue with something. It only affects you when you're the only disabled person in a restaurant and they don't even think about it. And you have a human right to be able to live a normal life and help other people too. I love what you're doing. Give us the website again. If people want to get a hold of you, you're available 24 hours a day, I'm
24 hours a day, 24/7, accessibility_with_Taylor. Do not forget the underscore.
Or she'll come out and bop you. Geraldine, was there anything else that we forgot to promote that you wanted to say?
No, I think that covers everything. She just
give her a go.
We'd like some support and to get out there and educate people.
Hey, you know what? I can see so many events here in Perth that could use your view and opinion and your support. So well done. We'll see you again. I'm sure you'll be coming back to do some updates.
I'll be back, Fred. I'll be back. You're not getting rid of me this fast.
She's not leaving the studio. Thank you very much to Taylor Tassif, of course, and her mum, Geraldine.
Thanks, Fred.
Good job. Don't forget all those underscores in the Instagram, or contact us here at The Couch, and I'll tell you what, she'll be here. She'll be probably sitting right next to me. We'll take a break. More of The Couch coming up right after this. Stick around.
Connect with The Couch online through Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Welcome back to The Couch. Always nice to talk travel, but travel from a different point of view, something different. Chris Parry is back, travel writer from 6PR and so many things. Welcome back, Chris.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me, Fred.
Now, today we're talking about
sports tourism.
Tell us what we're talking about when we talk about sports tourism.
Well, we're talking about what it means when events come to, I guess, where we live, our state or our region or our country. We're also talking about what it means when your travel plans are decided by a sporting event as well, like attending, say, a Formula One in Singapore, or going to Wimbledon, or an Ashes test at Lord's, or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's related to travel that you go there and see, say, the MCG travel or Optus Oval, or you might go to Flemington and watch the horse race that stops the nation.
Or to Kalgoorlie for race round.
Correct. So you start the discussion, and I'll add some input.
So I'll just start off with the one statistic I know. Yep. So 10% of all global travel is sports related.
10%?
Which I think is pretty amazing. So that goes beyond the ticket of the event and goes to the accommodation, the food, and then maybe, which is why the WA government loves having big events here, because they want people to stay and go up to Exmouth or go down to Margaret River. So it becomes this broader bubble than just seeing the
generates
sports
a lot of
event.
money, doesn't it, when you look at revenue for a country. I mean, look at the rugby that we've had here in WA. And we had the we had the AFL one year during COVID, didn't we? And that generated a lot of tourism.
It does that, and I look back in at 1983 when a little Chris Parry went out on the school bus from Narrogin to Corrigin and got to watch the mighty West Indies at full strength. Gordon Greenidge, Clive Lloyd, Joel Garner take on a West Australian 11 in Corrigin. What that would have done for Corrigin, not many people drop by Corrigin for a road trip, but having the West Indies there for a game of cricket, everything was sold out that day, every can of Coke and every sausage roll.
Do we have a top 10, I mean, I'm making that up as a top 10, might be top 5, of places that are seen as the most popular places to go to when it comes to sports tourism?
Well, I think number one are the Olympics.
Yep.
And then we'd probably put in that basket the Commonwealth Games as well. So look at the impact we had in Perth in 1962 with the Empire Games, designing the suburb basically of Floreat, and you can still see the houses there that were used for the athletes. That was the athletes' village, the houses of Floreat Park. I think after the Olympics you've certainly got big sport like World Cups for rugby and cricket, and then you've got tennis and golf as well. So for tennis you've really got Wimbledon and those big open events as well, US Open, Spanish Open. All of those events are the big ones that people want to get to.
What attracts people to these venues? Is it like I'll give you an example. If I went to Rome, I'd go to the Colosseum. Now obviously there's no more events that happen there
Ancient
apart
sports
from music
tourism.
sport. Yeah. Do you find that places like that, like I went to Greece and places like people love to know, I mean obviously the Gladiator movie, that must promote what used to happen in the Colosseum and things like that.
And I think the same as sitting and watching on TV, watching say the Wimbledon final and the opportunity that I want to get there and be a part of that, or the Boxing Day Test, 26th of December every year Australia plays whatever country is touring, so this year England, so that thrill of being there, and sometimes it's just about being there. Even when there isn't an event. But I think the tribalism that we also have, it's not just about watching it on the TV, but it's about it being your country that might be playing that day, and that tribalism of being there in a bit of merchandise and cheering along. And I think sometimes when you're there, it doesn't even matter whether you win or lose.
Exactly.
It's just the experience itself.
And it's the whole on now social media thing where you go on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and look where I am. I'm here at the MCG, or I'm here at the Optus Oval. And it's really big for people to be able to do that. Even if you're not a sports fan, you still want to be seen at those massive sporting arenas, isn't it?
And I think I know that I'd been to the MCG to do the tour twice before I actually went there for any sporting event, and walking out on the MCG and being in a corner pocket where I'd seen someone kick a remarkable goal, or imagining the Boxing Day cricket, and being able to put your hand down and touch that grass. And I did the same thing at Lord's, and I stood on the balcony, the visitors' balcony. I didn't do the Warnie shake, but you can imagine all those moments that have taken place.
Did you ever go to the Sydney Olympics when we had them here?
No.
No. Well, I didn't go to the Olympics, but I went to the Village when they first built it. It wasn't open yet, and it was like a ghost town, I guess, and you drove through. And now I've been back after the Olympics and everything's overgrown and that, but there's a special feel about it, isn't there? It's, even though I'm not a sporting person, definitely not, but it was beautiful to be able to see the stadiums and where things happened, and it's here in Australia.
And I love what sports tourism has become in that it's not just about going there and taking your seat, but people now want a better experience. The same as you were talking about the Colosseum, how you can now go down into the catacombs rather than just walk around up top. People will go to a Singapore Formula One and they will want to go into pit lane and go into one of the teams and go to a debriefing or a team meeting with a driver, and you can pay for all of these things.
Just to experience it. And I say now the Colosseum as well in Italy, in Rome, they basically do concerts there. They put in stages and they do amazing concerts, which I think is just what a great use to bring people back in.
That's another use for sporting venues as well.
Exactly. What a great idea.
Great concerts.
Well, we've had a few here in WA, haven't we? When it comes to HBF Stadium and things like that. what stands out for you as Chris Parry? I mean, you talked about one of the places you've been to. Have you been to any other amazing sporting venues?
I think for me, Lords stands out.
Yep.
I loved being a cricketer when I was young and thought I was pretty good. Would have loved to have played for Australia.
To be on that ground.
And to be on that ground and to walk through the Lords members and to see the actual ashes that are there in that little cup. That for me is probably my sporting tourism moment. But I think as well, iconically, the MCG.
Yes, doing the tour and doing the whole wearing the thing and going out on the height. And we do it here at Optus Oval, but it's not as big as the MCG, is it?
Well, I think as well, I think what I enjoyed about the matches I've been to at the MCG is it's been fully bipartisan.
Yep.
So you go to Optus Stadium and nearly 90% are either the Eagles or the Dockers.
Correct.
But to go to the MCG and watch Collingwood v Richmond or something like that.
The home of football, really, isn't it?
And that's where that tribalism really comes into it.
How do you reckon the Olympics are going to go when we have them here in Australia, in Queensland?
Well, I guess
I'd like to go this time
Yeah,
round.
look, I think it's always, and that's one of the great things about sports tourism is the opportunity we take when we have an event is to sell the country. So from a tourism point of view, what a great opportunity the world looking at Queensland and looking at places beyond. Come over here, watch some sporting events, but see the rest of the country as well. They're doing it in a really interesting way. I think it's going to be probably the most separated Olympics. They're looking at a lot of different regional towns and
Great
cities
idea.
offering events. Yeah.
And you're showcasing Australia, really, or Queensland, Brisbane, but not saying it's all in Brisbane. We've got a big country. Look, I would love to see it one day spread out across the country rather than just have it all in Brisbane. And
Less
Queensland.
reliance on a stadium.
Because we've got some amazing facilities around Australia, don't we? Chris, you've just come back from a holiday as well. Did you go to Bali just recently?
Yeah, I did go to Bali very recently.
What's your tip? I mean, as a travel writer and
Yep.
a travel agent, if you want to call you that, what do you tell people? Do you think it's a good time to go back?
I think it's a great time to go back. I think the thing I've noticed is you need a lot more preparation before you go now.
A lot more organising online too, whether it's the health regulations,
Get to 4 there, Fred.
4? I reckon there's 5.
Might even be 5, but you don't want to be stuck at the airport using one of the old terminal of computers.
Yes.
You want to get it all done at least 2 or 3 days beforehand and make sure you get it right.
Yep. And it's pretty easy. Once you do it, it takes about an hour or so to do all these things. And the time limits are there for some of them. You can only do 3 or 4 days before you leave. But once you do it, it does make it easy. You just come out of your plane, you get your bag, and you pretty much walk out.
Yeah.
So it's fantastic. Any good places to stay?
Look,
there's lots of new hotels opening.
Yeah, there's a lot of new hotels, but I think for me, and I've really just discovered the world of villas, which I haven't really done a lot before. It's been the big resorts, and I stayed at Kayamanas in Nusa Dua. I think they have villas in Sanur as well, and that was quite remarkable. I've never had a 24/7 butler before.
Wow.
Which was pretty good for testing out when you want your cocktail at 2 a.m.
Correct.
But having the the afternoon teas provided and also the breakfast in the pool and things like that. Yeah, it's good luxury and it's also peaceful luxury. So you're very much in your own environmental world and you choose when you want to
And I think with all the troubles around the world, Bali's pretty safe, I guess, but people are choosing to stay in Australia maybe and travelling more around our country, which is great too. Chris, how do we get more information about you? What's your website?
Website is good old www.chrisparrywritesforus.com and Instagram Chris Parry Writes For Us as well.
And we can also hear you on 6PR with Burjo?
Just about every weekend with Burjo, talking travel, talking issues. We love people to call in with their experiences. You don't just want to listen to me all the time.
Sounds good. Chris Parry, I call him a travel expert, travel writer, of course. He's talking travel on the couch. Thank you for coming in today. Look forward to our next chat in about a month. Take a break. More of The Couch coming up right after this. Stick around.
Connect with The Couch online through Facebook, Instagram and YouTube.
Mental health and our youth are pretty important, and they're big topics at the moment with schools and employment and the economy and cost of living. It causes pressure on that. To talk about that and more and mental health, we've got a youth counsellor in from Youth Focus. His name is Drew Sweet. Welcome to the couch.
Thank you for having me, Fred.
Nice to have you here today. Thank you for making time for us, because it's a pretty important one. It's one that we, being in a school where we record the show, it's a big one here. So tell us a little bit about Youth Focus for those people who don't know.
Yeah, sure. So Youth Focus, we're a youth mental health not-for-profit. We deliver talk-based mental health counselling and therapy to young people across WA, aged 12 to 25. We're also in schools. We're actually in the school where we are filming this show at the moment. So we've got a mental health counsellor here as well to help the young people. And yeah, we're here to help young people with anything that they might find is bothering them or affecting their mental health. That could be anxiety, depression, school stress, family conflict, adjustment changes. Okay. There's a lot that weighs on young people's mental health.
We use the term mental health a lot.
Yeah.
What is mental health?
Mental health, it's one of those things. It's a state, I guess, of psychological, emotional, and social well-being. It's feeling happy in yourself, happy in your life, happy with where you're going, feeling content and having optimism for the future. There's so much that kind of plays a part of it and plays into it. And I guess it looks different for every person and every young person as well.
So as a mental health counsellor, what do you do on a day-to-day basis? What's your role?
Most of what I do is one-on-one talk-based therapy, so I'm a therapist. So I sit down usually for an hour with my clients, with a young person, and we have a chat about what's going on for them in their lives, right? You know, how are things going at home, you know, any conflict with siblings, how are things at school, are you keeping on top of your studies? But more than that, it's not just doing the whole, you know, as the schools might do, of just checking in to make sure they're staying on track for their graduation or whatever it might be. We're really interested in, you know, what it's like for them as a person, right? How are they personally and individually coping with what's going on for them? What challenges are they facing?
When you talk about what you do, I guess you need to know what kids are experiencing. So tell me some of the things that young people today are experiencing and how you can help them.
Yeah, look, young people today face so many barriers, so many challenges. Their mental health, such as anxiety and depressions. Depression is at an all-time high. A lot of young people today are really stressed around school. They have social issues as well. It can be hard to make friends. Social media is also a big challenge that a lot of young people need to navigate. It's such an ingrained part of their lives, and it's complicated. I would think as
well, Drew, home life.
Yeah,
parents sometimes put a lot of pressure on the kids. Yeah. So it's a personal thing, isn't it? Everyone suffers from different things. So mental health is a very broad term that can cover anything that affects a person's ability to just live normally, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And so that's why we tailor our care through the one-on-one therapy model, I guess, to whatever it is that the client wants. Whatever they want to get out of counselling, we ideally are able to kind of provide.
Do you have any advice for young people watching this segment today saying, I wonder if I should contact them? What can they help me with? What's your advice?
Yeah, look, I'd say reach out. It's free to reach out and have a chat to us. It doesn't cost you anything. There's no pressure or expectation on with that. And sometimes it can actually be really helpful just to get it off your chest, right? Even if you never go through to pursuing counselling, just talking to someone can be really helpful.
Half the problem could be gone.
Yeah, it's a big... And the shame around reaching out for help sometimes is 50% of the battle. So.
Are you finding that carers and parents also should be involved and in helping?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a complicated situation for carers and parents as well, where they want to look after their children, but we find a lot of carers and parents are really overwhelmed, right? Like they've got their own challenges they're facing in their lives. So we always just recommend that, you know, look, be there for your child, you know, if you can, park your stuff and everything that's going on with you to be there for them, but also that's why we exist, right? We're here to be able to support them, and we often collaborate with carers and parents.
I know this isn't on the script, but can you give me maybe two or three things that, if kids watching out there are experiencing these problems, maybe you can say to me, if you're going through this and this,
Yeah.
these are some of the big things that we deal with, and we can help you.
Yeah, sure. Look, if you are experiencing low mood, if you're waking up in the morning and feeling like, wow, I'm really struggling to go to school, or I don't want to go to school, or I don't want to hang out with my friends, if you're losing passion in things that you used to be really passionate about, or you don't know what direction to go with your life, you're feeling really anxious and can't engage or be the person that you want to be, those are the kinds of things that I encourage any young people watching this show to reach out to try and seek help for.
And how can young people get in touch with Youth Focus, and also urgent care if they need something urgently, if they've got a problem that they have to contact you urgently?
Well, so if you've got an urgent problem, if a young person is struggling with really really risky thoughts around maybe self-harm, suicide, things like that, I recommend reaching out to Lifeline and Crisis Services. They're really there to help support them through that. Otherwise, you can find us on our website, which is youthfocus.com.au, and you can also give us a call.
Fantastic. Now, there for urgent care, of course, you're available on the phone as well.
Yes,
people
we
want
are.
urgent attention. Youthfocus.com.au. Now, the last question I want to ask you is, in WA, do we have specific programs that are specifically here run in WA, not in other parts of Australia?
Yeah, so we are only active in WA, so we are a WA-based service.
So we're local.
We're local. We're in over 50 schools across Australia. Across WA.
Yep.
And our head office is in Burswood.
It would be great if you were national. I think there's
yes, it would
a lot of
be.
scope for your work.
Yeah.
Well done. Thank you very much. This is Drew, of course, Drew Sweet. He's a youth counsellor. And as we said, we've got a representative in our school and in so many schools around Western Australia. Reach out, speak to people at the school if you need a direct person there, or contact Youth Focus Direct and they can help you. Thank you very much for coming in. Keep up the great work that you do. Now, just as a final, folks, if there's anything on this segment that has caused you an upset or concern, please go to Lifeline. They are wonderful. 13 11 14. Give them a call. They're counsellors. They're 24 hours a day to help you as well. Thank you to Drew. Always nice to have you in the studio, and we'll have you back on again very, very soon.
Thank you very much, Fred. It was a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. Now, Spider-Man is coming to Australia with a brand new movie next year. It's called Spider-Man Day One. This is a little bit of a sneak preview thanks to Marvel. Check this out.
Alrighty.
So how you feeling?
Yeah, I feel good, man. It's day one.
Day one?
My fourth ever day one on Spider-Man. You know, it's funny, putting the suit on, it feels different this time, somehow. It's also the first time we've ever had fans on set for day one, so it's really exciting to share this with them.
You all good?
We've got some familiar faces on set.
Oh, see, man.
You know, I'm just going to do my best, hopefully get it right. No pressure.
Wow, that was a really good one.
Let's back up the police cars.
Sing!
There you go, Spider-Man, brand new day, a bit of pop culture before we talk to pop culture herself. Welcome back, Camille Zelina.
Hi.
What do you reckon?
It looks good.
Do you like Spider-Man?
It
Are you a
looks
Spider-Man
good.
fan?
I'm not a huge Spider-Man fan, but I do have a little Spider-Man fan in my house.
home.
So I am very much aware of Spider-Man.
I remember when I was a kid, I used to go to... Nothing used to come out of their hand. But,
Well, now
hey,
they've got the toys where you can actually, the silly string, it actually will
Really?
squirt the silly string
send me the
out.
link. I have a friend that wants one. Welcome back.
Thanks.
Nice to have you. And can I just say you looked amazing at Style Aid. I want
Thank
people to
you.
go to your website and follow you on Instagram as well, because I'll see some amazing photos. Style Aid was back.
Yes, it was.
After so many years,
8 years.
raising a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I think it's just amazing. You might want to give them a bit of a wrap.
It was such a great night of not just a celebration of WA designers now, but what they did was a bit of a retrospective as well. So they had past, present and future and paid homage to a number of designers that we've lost. In fact, Ali Bodycoat as well was singing for Ali May, who we lost in that time as well, who had such a huge impact with Style Aid and the community. So, so it was it was a beautiful, beautiful night with some familiar faces taking to the stage as well.
I did see you there singing a bit of ABBA. Our director wasn't fast enough to get me that happy birthday message. You and lovely Bernadette.
Miss Bernadette.
You should have got Alexander in it.
Yes.
I'm surprised he wasn't
Actually, funny story. He's a lord now. He bid on an auction, and he's now Lord Alexander Socosta.
He bought himself a bit of land or something.
A Scottish title, Lord Alexander of the Glen.
Well done. Hey, what are we talking about today, apart from Alexander?
So I feel like this is probably a lot bigger than Alexander turning into a lord. K-pop Demon Hunters. Have you heard about this?
I haven't. I've heard of K-pop. Now, is K mean Korean? Is that what it stands for?
Yes, so it's Korean pop. So K-pop, J-pop is Japanese pop.
Yes.
So basically K-pop, it is a massive music genre. Now, this is a movie on Netflix. It's an animated movie called K-pop Demon Hunters, which is basically based around this girl group who are singers, but they're actually demon hunters in disguise.
And they're animated.
It is an animated series. Now, check this out for stats. 130 million views globally since it was released in June.
That's good.
It is now the second most streamed Netflix series ever, or show ever. The soundtrack is #1 on the Australian charts for the 4th week in a row. It has had over 1 billion plays on Spotify alone.
And how do you rate it out of 10?
I actually really enjoy it. I watched it for the first time last week. My son, obviously all the kids are getting into it. They're all singing the songs at school. This reminds me of the films that we used to have in the 80s and 90s, those real feel-good. There's a real element of nostalgia to this.
We can associate
There's
with.
a storyline, but it's got a soundtrack. And I just don't think we've got them in movies anymore.
No.
And so these 80s and 90s soundtracks, this is very reminiscent, where every single song is an absolute banger. Why? Because they've got the K-pop artists
and
involved.
You're right, the soundtrack's important, because when we were growing up, remember Grease?
Yeah.
We still remember Grease because the soundtrack, Saturday Night Fever. You may not have liked the storyline, but you remember the song.
But even in the 90s as well, how iconic those, you know, the Empire Records soundtrack, the Romeo and Juliet soundtrack.
No, absolutely.
They just do not make soundtracks. What was the movie with Aerosmith? Don't Want to Miss a Thing. That was a massive.
that launched their music as
well.
Armageddon.
That was what it was. It was about songs. Roxette from Pretty Woman. The Pretty Woman soundtrack was massive, and we just don't have that.
No, you're
these
absolutely
days.
right. And why do you think that? I mean, as a social media expert as well.
I think music has changed. I think it's evolved, and a lot of movies now are actually playing old songs rather than there being new songs to match the film.
It's too hard. That's why. It's a lot easier to bring something that's popular or was popular and hope that the sentiment will pick up and historically it'll do well. So that's on Netflix right now?
That is on Netflix right now. And also coming to Hoyt's Movie Cinemas,
so you'll be able to
some
watch
sing-along sessions over the next weekend.
You and I have to go. I wonder if they do any ABBA. Nintendo. We all remember Nintendo.
Yes.
What's happening with them?
Nintendo has announced a new claymation show. So they're going to be these small little 1 minute in length claymation shows of Super Mario. Now, this is actually the Super Mario show from the 90s. Do you remember this one?
Yes, I do remember.
And then they used to have the Legend of Zelda snippet every Friday as well. So it's not going to be like this one. It's literally going to be a little claymation.
Well, there was a movie made last year. An Australian guy made a movie which was amazing. I went and watched it, and I was really surprised. It was really good.
And so basically this, the Nintendo they're looking at this claymation, and they're actually bringing out a whole heap of merchandise to go with it.
And I reckon a movie will follow.
Well, the movie is due out. There is a date, April 3rd, 2026. So this is the sequel to the very popular Super Mario movie that came out a couple of years ago. We've been hanging out for it. They did tease Yoshi at the end of it. Sorry, spoiler alert. But So we'll see. So, and that one is slated to be called Super Mario World. So Nintendo is just absolutely
Do you
killing
know
it
what?
at the moment.
It's bringing a new generation on board because I mean, remember the old Nintendo games which we used to play with?
Yeah, on
really
the
simple,
NES.
terrible green black screen or whatever it was. Now look at what's happening. They're bringing them back in namesake and bringing that back to the young people and as a new generation.
That's it. And when you have a look at Mario as it is, so the 40th anniversary will happen later on this year as well. When you look at Mario, you've got Mario Kart, you've got Super Mario, you've got the Mario where you can create your own game. It's just, and it's evolved from this little 8-bit that came out in the 80s to now these amazing screen graphics and these massive blockbuster movies.
We'll keep people up to date with that one. What's happening with Demi Lovato and Jonas Brothers?
The Jonas Brothers, so they have reunited, a bit of a Camp Rock reunion. So I'm going to say you probably haven't seen Camp Rock.
I haven't, but I know Demi Lovato from Will and Grace.
Yeah, well, so basically both the Jonas Brothers and Demi Lovato, like most of the superstars coming up these days, you're either a Disney kid or you're a Nickelodeon kid. So Disney, they have come and reunited on stage as Jonas Brothers were doing a bit of an anniversary tour. And Demi Lovato popped up out of it. So
Absolutely love her as a singer. I think she's she's also a good actress.
She is. She's actually, like, the fact that she's come out, this is her now on stage with the Jonas Brothers. Obviously Joe Jonas, her ex-boyfriend as well, they came together and they sang a few songs as well. So yeah, it was a lovely reunion that I'm sure a lot of millennials were loving, and there's now talk back on that backlash, on the feedback from that.
Bring them back.
Potentially, could we see a few more get-togethers?
What a good
Who
idea.
knows?
Where can we get more about you, but you've got a website?
There, yes, demelsaleonard.com, or you can check out Pop Influenced, the podcast, on Spotify and Apple Music.
Thank you very much. We'll catch up with you later on. You've got a very special guest. We're talking about breakfast beats later with Demelza. Stick around. You're watching The Couch. Coming up next, we talk streaming with Paul Elwood. See you then. Welcome back to The Couch. It's nice to have Paul Elwyn back in the studio.
Fred.
Welcome back, Paul.
Thanks,
You
Fred.
have got, can I say, 8 amazing shows.
Sorry, it's been busy. There's so much
There's
stuff.
a lot out there.
For some weird reason, this one lately has been sort of crime-centric kind of thing. There's a few in here, but yeah, it's mostly all crime stuff in this one.
It's all right. It's not a bad
perfectly
thing.
fine, yeah. The first one we got, Amazon Prime. It's called Ballard, and the whole thing is it's based on the book by Michael Connolly. What did he write before? Well, the character in this one is Renee Ballard, played amazingly by Maggie Q. You've got 10 45-minute episodes in there. She is digging up old cases and sorting it out, but also because she's a woman in the LA police workforce, she's dealing with a lot of sort of problems inside the whole LA police group, that is. The whole thing is Michael Connolly also wrote a kind of popular series prior to this called Bosch, and Bosch is an LA police guy, but he was sort of a really no-nonsense, tough kind of guy. This one, Maggie Q's character of Renee Ballard, she's pretty tough as well, but she's very smart. She takes in the whole case and everything. It's a different take on this. She's not the same as Bosch. It's not the same kind of idiosyncrasies as the character of Bosch, which is the popular series that he's had that precedes this whole one here. But yeah, check it out. Maggie Q as Renee Ballard, an LA homicide detective, doing her thing. 10 45-minute episodes on Amazon Prime. You can binge the whole lot now and check it out.
Chief of War.
Chief of War. This is Apple TV. They do all these sci-fi ones, which is great for sci-fi fans like me, but every now and then they'll have these every year or two, they're doing now these history epics. This one, Jason Momoa, one of our favourite Hawaiian actors, Aquaman himself. He's so charming.
Very good actor.
He is this is basically...
He can do anything.
Do anything, but this one, Minecraft, that was amazing. Yeah. This one is a lesson in history of of Hawaii, the Hawaii Islands. He is one of the chiefs. They all form together because essentially the bad guys in this are the people colonizing Hawaii. He's there teaming up or, conflicting with other war chiefs, but he's saying, like, we need to all, band together because there is a bigger threat. And half of them don't believe him. The other half is sort of saying, you need to prove that you can actually lead us, that sort of thing. Kind of cool. But also Tamura Morrison, Boba Fett, is in this as well. Really cool. Just a lot of drama, but it looks quite accurate, but like very interesting, but a huge epic from Apple TV.
Is this a movie or a series?
It is a series, 9 of 51 episodes coming out weekly. So it's kind of epic, but also it's doing its best to be historically accurate. That is Chief of War on Apple TV with Jason Momoa.
The Assassin is on Stan.
So The Assassin, after playing the Good Surgeon, Freddie Highmore, he's not like the main kind of guy in this. His mum happens to be an assassin and he reunites with his mum. They're hanging out in a Greek island where she's sort of, avoiding everything. She's pretty much, quit the business, that sort of thing. But of course, her past will catch up with her. So he's happy to be reunited with his mum, but obviously her old job has caught up with her, the job she had. Played amazingly by Keely Hawes. She's in The Bodyguard. So she's not the youngest person doing action, but she's in The Bodyguard. She does an amazing job. In this one, same thing. She does heaps of action. So yeah, if you it's not John Wick, it's more kind of similar to The Jackal, that sort of thing. An assassin, but also they're traveling around Europe a bit, so it's quite scenic, a lot of fun. It's on Stan, 6 episodes. You can binge the whole lot of this one and check it out. So The Assassin.
Freddie, I think he's very good.
He's really cool
as a doctor. But
The Good Surgeon's got a lot of heart, but this one is cool. He's tagging along for the ride, and it's a lot of action and fun in this one, The Assassin.
Now, season 2 of Platonic is on Apple TV.
Yeah, so Apple TV Platonic did really well in the first season. This is another sort of Seth Rogen is in this one, and also Rose Byrne.
They're working together again.
She does She's got like a couple of dramatic movies coming up, but she does comedy so well. But essentially, season 1, all it is Rose Byrne's character. They were both really good friends at school, and somehow they're trying to piece it together as friends. They had a huge falling out, but then they finally reunite, and it's really cool. They're both very as the whole title suggests, platonic, very amiable.
They work well together, but
there's this really cool chemistry between the two actors, but also their characters, everyone around them, and it works really well. And they're just essentially stumbling through life because they both have their own sort of problems and such they're dealing with, but they're going through it together. And so season 2 is just carrying on with that whole thing. All of their own family dynamics as well are all falling into play with this, but
beautiful.
They're really charming, and they're continuing this on with another season of
What
Platonic.
about the Hunting Wives? Love the name of that.
So The Hunting Wives, in much of the sort of same reign, in the same vein as your Desperate Housewives, but also Pretty Little Liars, that sort of thing. A female group, the whole dynamic between the two. This one is, kind of cool. There's a bit of intrigue, a little bit of murder, that sort of thing. Essentially, Mullen Ackerman, who was in Watchmen and a few other shows, but also Brittany Snow, who was in Pitch Perfect. And it wouldn't be a cool show about living in East Texas without Dermot Mulroney in this one, which is pretty cool. He's one of the husbands in this one as well. Essentially, she leaves Boston to live in Texas, and she all of a sudden becomes charmed and becomes friends with a sort of socialite lady, but also with all of that is all the intrigue and all of the affairs and all of the crazy things going on. And they're called the Hunting Wives because obviously they like to use their guns, so they have like a skeet shooting club. They go hunting as well. It's kind of like Desperate Housewives, but in East Texas with guns, and a lot of interesting things. But really well written episodes, cool characters in this one. A lot of interest in this one.
Dexter is what I think it is. Resurrection on Paramount.
So Dexter, if you haven't heard of Dexter, it's huge. Dexter was originally a series where it's massive.
He used to do autopsies, didn't he?
Dexter Morgan's the main character. He has a few troubles. It gets explained in a few other series as well, but the main series is Dexter itself, which ran for nearly 10 years. Huge series. Dexter Morgan is a forensic guy that works for the Miami Police Department. He studies blood splatters and things. But his thing is...
Doesn't he become the murderer?
He becomes a murderer, but technically he's a good murderer because as a child, his parents, his dad mainly enforced into him if you got to kill, kill the bad guys.
He puts out the
So
trash.
he kills the serial killers that he chases, and in every case that sort of happens. So essentially there was a prequel to that, which was Dexter Original Sin, that was made. There was a sequel to this main Dexter series as well, called New Blood. This one continues it on again from New Blood, where Dexter was originally, he left the police department. He also, somehow relocated into another place in upstate New York and changed his identity and everything. And all of this now is coming back to him, but he's not in Miami, Florida. He's still in New York sort of area now.
Fantastic.
And his family and everyone's back. All the main characters are back. It's huge.
Do you know when
big.
it first came out, Dexter, on Channel 10, they sent everybody in the media a little box with a coffin, and inside the coffin was a cake, and then they had body parts that you could eat. So that's what you can expect more of in the real life.
But this one's cool.
Done.
Like, all of the main characters are back in this series,
How
so
good
it's
is
quite
that?
huge.
And on Paramount as well, still on 10.
Paramount.
Bookish on Max.
So we're still dealing with sort of crime stuff, but Bookish is based on, it's post-World War II London. Gabriel Book owns a bookstore, so it's books. That's the whole joke with it. Essentially, he is living a lavender marriage, which is essentially he is a gay man, but obviously because of the times, he's happily married, and his wife said, look, we'll still live our lives and everything, but we'll be a happily married couple. He owns a bookstore. He has some dysfunctional people that sort of work for him, and he also, from that, it stems into a group of friends that he has, and they all have some very strange quirks. Essentially, he helps the London Police Department with cases because he is so knowledgeable, because he has all these books that he's fanatical about. So essentially, he should be running a bookstore, but him and his friends are mainly solving cases on this one. Yeah, kind of cool. It's old school kind of, like police work. There's no real technology or anything involved, just a lot of smarts. 6 episodes, 1 hour each. Every 2 episodes deals with a murder case. Okay. So you can, check all of that out.
Now, to finalise, Paul's pick today, I'm assuming you've watched the other 13 seasons, and this is King of the Hill.
Yeah, there's only like about 250 episodes of King of the Hill to catch up with. Well, it started back in 97. It was off and on for a while. Essentially, it was consistent right up in 2010 when season 13 was done. Essentially, Arlen, Texas's favourite propane and propane products guy, that's Hank Hill, his family, his beautiful, lovely wife, Peggy, his son, who conflicts with him nearly every day with the sort of standard ideas of what it's like to be a man and growing up. His son, Bobby, he's my favourite character. Bobby's funny because he just comes up with random stuff. Yeah, so essentially all of the characters are back. It's dealing with now sort of modern age stuff, like, things are getting cancelled, you go woke, you go broke, that sort of thing.
Okay.
So it is now like years after all of that, and how the Hill family and everyone in Arlen, Texas, they've moved back to Arlen, Texas, and how they're all dealing with the new modern world now. And
what a great idea, because it's getting the new audience in too, and appealing to the young.
I'd hate to say it, but the only other show that does this with animation is South Park. Well, South Park does it with a lot more energy than this one, but this is a lot of fun. All your favourite characters are back. A whole bunch of 20-minute episodes, 10 of them on Disney+. A lot of fun.
Sounds good. That's it for this week.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Paul. We'll be back in a couple of weeks with more movies.
Yep.
There's lots of those coming out as well.
It's so good.
Well done. We went and saw Naked Gun. We thought it was wonderful.
I loved it. Liam and Pamela are amazing.
Go and watch it. Thank you very much to Paul Elwyn, of course. Back again in a couple of weeks. We'll take a break. We're talking Breakfast at Beats with Demelza and Vesna right after this.
Connect with The Couch online through Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Welcome back to The Couch. These days, since my gastric sleeve, I like to eat healthy. And healthy meals is what we're going to talk about, but we're also going to talk about Breakfast Beats that's coming up with our good friend Demelza. Over to you. You've got a special guest called Vesna.
Thanks, Fred. I do. I'm joined by Vesna Spazewski from Healthy Power Meals. Vesna, welcome to The Couch.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Now, you have quite an interesting background. You've come from a fitness background and created this business. Can you tell us a little bit about that story?
Sure. Well, there I was after 3 kids. I decided to do a fitness competition together with my husband. And I needed to eat well and follow a specific program. And I was Googling, where to source my proper nutrition, and there was nothing out there. And that's when I thought I'll just make it myself. And then one thing led to another. I started prepping meals from the back of my husband's fish and chip shop on a bench probably like that big.
Wow.
And then before long, people started talking and we kind of took over the whole shop, and it was time for us to get out of there and find our own venue.
Now, part of the Healthy Power Meals, you've got quite a, I guess, a philosophy in terms of finding that health and the wellness.
Yep.
And that has then coincided with the Sober Curious
Yep.
movement.
Yep.
Can you tell people who might not be aware of what that is exactly what it might be?
Okay, well, it's a morning strategy. So we're taking breakfast to the next level at HPM, and we want our local community and Perth to wake up to the same potential. So it's no secret that the mornings are the best way to start your day. It's a lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best part to plan your day, have a strategy in place, and to really take the day by its horns, so to speak.
I guess it kind of falls in line with people saying breakfast is the most important meal of the day. I guess it's waking up and having that first vibrant burst of energy, right?
Yep.
And then, so with that as the movement, you are putting on a very special event. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, sure. So, gone are the days where most kids go out and party all night on Friday nights and Saturday nights. So I truly believe that Sunday morning is the new Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
So, and most kids, they're turning to healthy options. They want to be fresh in the morning. So we are starting early from 7:30 till 9:30 in the morning. Free coffees upon registration.
Yeah.
And we've got a killer beats on that day from DJ Q. And lots of prizes and activities on the day, and it's just a way to gather our local community and beyond and celebrate mornings as a lifestyle.
And I think and we can see some footage there now of the DJ in action. It really is starting to become quite a movement of people coming together in that morning and showing that there's so much more that they can do rather than just drinking and partying in the evening as well. And as you said, it does bring that energy and that vibrancy. Is that one of the reasons why you've decided to kind of take Breakfast Beats and bring it to the masses in Perth?
Yes, absolutely. It's also about bringing awareness that, we don't have to drink alcohol to have fun.
Mm-hmm. Now, you did just mention DJ Q as your DJ, and he's got quite a bit of a background that fits very much in line with Healthy Power Meals. Can you talk to us a little bit about him?
Yeah, sure. So he's a great advocate he aligns with our brand.
Mm-hmm.
He's very health and fitness orientated. He DJs the High Rocks events, so he's right into that healthy lifestyle.
The High Rocks events, are you able to give us a little bit of info about exactly what they are? They're fitness aligned?
They are fitness aligned. I don't know too much about it.
Yeah.
But I do know it's kind of like a CrossFit kind of vibe. So at Healthy Power Meals, it's all about, making healthy eating as fun and as simple and as accessible as possible.
Yeah, and then he's falling into line with that as well. And he's also got, because your event is for all ages as well, so it's not just so families can come and have a bit of a boogie as well. So he's also done some all ages events as well, so he's very familiar with that audience.
Absolutely, and the beats that are available on the day will be available for downloading via Spotify or whatever streaming channel he uses.
So you can take the experience home with you as well. I love it. Now, how can people attend the event if they are interested, and when is it?
Okay, so it's in a couple of weeks' time on the 31st of August, 7:30am till 9:30am. They can register via our website. There's a link, and also via our social media. There's a link where you can click on, and with that you get a free coffee and discount on food items, and it'll be a fun morning. And as we've mentioned, this particular event does fall in line with what you're after and what you're trying to do with Healthy Power Meals. It's also part of that Sober Curious movement. Are we going to see potentially more coming up in the future? Absolutely. Yes, we do have a lot more lined up, yes.
Regularly, like in terms of monthly, quarterly, or not?
Probably seasonal.
Seasonal.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Something so
Yeah.
not too much, but just
Yeah,
enough to keep us
exactly.
interested.
Yeah.
Now, Vesna, if people do want to learn more about healthy power meals, or they want to know more about Breakfast Beats, can you give us a little bit more information of where they can find you?
Sure. Obviously, go straight to our website, healthypowermeals.com.au, and you'll find, if you just navigate to the right links, and we can also help out if you have any particular dietary requirements. And register for the Breakfast Beats.
Fantastic. It sounds like a lot of fun. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, exciting.
Amazing. Vesna, thank you so much for joining us, and enjoy Breakfast Beats when that comes up in a couple of weeks' time.
Yes, excellent. Hopefully see you there.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'll get my party shoes
Yeah.
on. I hope to see you there too, Fred. Thanks for joining us. And if there's any more information you want from Vesna and Healthy Power Meals, make sure you go to thecouch.com.au. It's back to you, Fred.
Thank you, Demels, and thank you to Vesna. Vesna, where can we? Is there a retailer yet that can buy these amazing? We can get the foods from?
Yes, absolutely. We have a shop front in Duncraig.
Duncraig, tell us where it is.
On Beach Road.
Yep.
You won't be able to miss us. It's right on the corner at the traffic lights.
Well, I probably won't need to go there because I've got plenty of Thank you. And are you going to look at drinks as well down the track?
Well, absolutely. Yes,
Yep,
we do
beautiful.
have coffees. Yep.
Sounds fantastic. This is Vesna, that's Demelza. These are healthy power meals. I have got so many of them. Thank you for watching the show today. I'm going to try the chicken parmigiana, the lean lamb meal, or maybe some deconstructed shepherd's pie. I'll keep that one because I really like shepherd's pie. Beef korma, I love that as well. Naked beef burrito, I love that one as well. Mongolian beef, I love that as well. Beef meatballs, I love them all. Red curry as well. There's just so much to eat. I'm going to have to end the show. Catch you next week, Australia. Thanks to the crew. Thanks to everybody. Have a wonderful week. Don't forget healthy power meals, because I can't forget them because I'm going to eat 8 of them. There's only 7 days. I don't know. I eat 2 in one day. See you later. Bye-bye. Well done. Thank you very much.
On the couch with
This episode of The Couch is proudly supported by Retrovision, the right advice at the best price. Safety Compliance Global, taking care of all your safety requirements. The Ray Hotel, discover the best pub experience in Fremantle. And Eco Action, inspiring positive environmental change. Thank you all for supporting local.